Hello students, welcome to our channel. In today's video, we will learn about Roman numerals, or we can say Roman numbers. So let's see what all topics we are going to cover in this video. We will learn about Roman symbols, rules to write Roman numerals. So let's start with the first topic, which is Roman symbols. Roman number system or Roman numeral system uses 7 symbols to write any numeral. First Roman symbol is I, which represents 1. Second Roman symbol is V, which represents 5. Next symbol is X, which represents 10. Then L, which represents 50. Then C, which represents 100. Sixth Roman symbol is D, which represents 500. And the last Roman symbol is M, which represents 1000. So students, these are the 7 symbols, or we can say 7 Roman numeral symbols. Now next topic is special features of Roman symbols. Students, in Roman numeral system, there is no symbol for 0, and also there is no place value system. Now let's understand basic rules to write Roman numerals. First, let's understand rule number 1. Rule 1 says repetition of Roman numerals means addition. For example, we just learned I represent 1. So, if we write I, it means 1 plus 1 equals to 2. Similarly, writing I 3 times means I plus I plus I, or we can say 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals to 3. Students, let's take few more examples to understand rule 1. We learned that x represents 10. So if we write xx, it means 10 plus 10 equals to 20. In the same way, if we write x 3 times, it would mean 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals to 30. So this was rule number 1, which says repetition of Roman numerals means addition. Students, 2 points need to be considered while using this rule number 1. First point is only I, X, C and M can be repeated. V, L and D cannot be repeated. It means we cannot write VV, LL and DD. That is, these 3 symbols cannot be repeated. Now the second point is no symbol can be repeated more than 3 times. Students, means we cannot write 4 times I or 4 times X. This would be wrong. Now let's understand rule number 2. Now rule number 2 to write Roman numeral is smaller numeral written after a larger means addition. So let's take an example. VI. V is a larger number and I is a smaller number. So it means we should add them. We know V means 5 and I means 1. So we will add 5 plus 1, which is equals to 6. So this is rule number 2, which says that smaller numeral written after a larger numerals means addition. Now let's understand rule number 3. Rule number 3 says smaller numeral written before a larger numeral means subtraction. For example, IV. We know I means 1 and V means 5. So I, which is a smaller numeral, is written before a larger numeral V. So we will subtract them. Therefore 5 minus 1 equals to 4. So IV equals to 4. Students, there are few points which need to be considered while using this rule number 3. First point is VL and D are never subtracted. So it means we cannot write Vx because it means 10 minus 5 equals to 5. And we already have a symbol for number 5, which is V. So Vx cannot be equal to 5. So remember, VL and D are never be subtracted. Now let's see the second point. I can be subtracted from V and X only. And the last point for rule number 3 is X can be subtracted from L and C only. So students, this was all about rule number 3. Now let's talk about rule number 4. Rule number 4 says smaller numeral written between two larger numerals is always subtracted from larger numeral immediately following it. Let's understand this rule with the help of an example. XIV. In this we have a smaller numeral I between two large numerals X and V. So according to rule number 4, we have to subtract 1 from 5, which is equals to 4. Therefore, we get 10 plus 4 equals to 14. So it means XIV equals to 14. Students, do practice of these 4 rules so that you can write any Roman numeral up to 100. Students, I hope with the help of this video, the rules of Roman numerals has been clear to you. If you like the video, then please do not forget to press the like button.